Is Hindi a language imposed on you? This question may seem completely baseless to those who know Hindi and communicate mostly in Hindi. But the kind of behavior that is sometimes seen towards Hindi language and Hindi speakers in some parts of our country, especially in states like Maharashtra and Karnataka, does raise this question. However, it is also fair to say that these problems are less real but are raised from time to time for some political purpose and spread through social media or other means. Another article and video can be made on this. For now, it is important to know the answer to this question. Is Hindi a language imposed on you according to facts and logic? It is also important to know the answer to this question because many people feel that Hindi is an imposed language because they believe that this Hindi language is the language of North Indians, especially those living in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. Therefore, it is very easy for them, that is North Indians, to speak Hindi, and it should not be imposed on the rest of the people, especially those who are South Indians. But this is not true. This is just a misconception. Hindi is not the language of North India, but an adopted language. If we talk about the native languages of different states of North India, then those languages are very different from Hindi. Many of those languages are considered dialects of Hindi, or it can also be said that those languages are different forms of Hindi, like Bhojpuri, Braj, Urdu, Avdhi, Bundelkhandi, Kannauji, Bagheli, Khadi Boli, Maithili, Magahi, Angika, Bajjika, Nagpuri, Santhali, etc., spoken in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. These languages are very different from Hindi in speaking. These languages are definitely forms of Hindi, but if a person knows Hindi and not other languages, then he will neither be able to understand these languages nor will be able to communicate. Similarly, other states of North India like Jammu Kashmir, Haryana, Punjab, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, etc., have different languages. Although the father of the nation Mahatma Gandhi wanted Hindi to become the national language of the country, and he first recognized Hindi as the national language in 1917. But on 14 September 1949, the Constituent Assembly unanimously agreed to give it the status of official language, without any pressure, that is, with the consent of all. In 1950, Hindi was given the status of official language in Devanagari script through Article 343(1) of the Constitution. There are many such articles in our Constitution, which not only promote the propagation of Hindi, but also promote the protection, propagation and development of all the languages of our country. It is also worth noting that even though the father of the nation Mahatma Gandhi wanted Hindi to become the national language, Hindi could not become the national language of India, because there was no consensus on this issue in the Constituent Assembly. This also proves that Hindi is not a language imposed on you, but whatever recognition Hindi has received is with the consent of all and is in the interest of the country. There were many reasons for Hindi not becoming the national language. First is lack of consensus. There was no consensus between the ruling and the opposition in the Constituent Assembly on making Hindi the national language. Everyone had different views. That is, some people wanted Hindi to become the national language and some did not want it. If everyone had agreed, then only Hindi would have been given the status of national language in the Constituent Assembly. The second reason is the opposition of South Indian states. The South Indian states were afraid that if Hindi language gets the status of national language, then their language will be neglected or those languages will not get promoted. Therefore, those states were against giving the status of national language to Hindi language. The third reason is the influence of English language. Many people were in favor of English language and still are, because English has made its place in the constitution in our society long ago and is also an official language. The fourth reason is linguistic diversity. That is, there are many languages and dialects in our country. Giving equal respect to all languages is also a challenge. The constitution makers understood that in a country with such diversity, it is not appropriate to give the status of national language to Hindi without the consent of all. That is why there is no national language in our country till now. And all these facts also reveal that whatever respect Hindi language has received is with the consent of all, and it has not been imposed on us. Whatever problem there is regarding language should be resolved peacefully and constitutionally. Do not get misled by those who spread hatred in the name of language, whether they are actors, politicians or anyone else. If such news is being spread, then be alert, because it is possible that mostly such news and hatred are spread only when an election is about to come or a film or many films have to be given publicity. Anyway, the issues of the common man should be employment, good lifestyle,
cleanliness, security, good environment, development, etc.